just wrapped up my third powerlifting competition since having my daughter, Ember, who is now 20 months old. And I've gone 9 for 9 on my lifts, which is awesome. Don't think I've ever gone 9 for 9 on my lifts in any comp, ever, which is great. And my numbers were better than expected. They were what I wanted, but better than I expected at the same time. Sort of, I don't know, really, really pleased with how it went. Got back my personal best on my back squat before I had Ember. Bench is like my kryptonite bench. I've been stuck on 65 kilos comp press for 3-4 years, and I just kind of got used to walking into a comp going, nah, not that bothered about bench as long as I get 65. But this time I got 67.5 in the gym twice, so I really wanted 67.5, and I got it, which is fantastic. And then my deadlift, my last competition deadlift was 130. My best ever deadlift at comp is 137.5, and that was before Ember. And I just pulled 140. I've never even attempted 140 before, so that was a bit of a shock, because I was going to go 135, 137.5, and then I was like, do you know what, I got nothing to lose, I'll go for the 140. It actually flew up. It actually felt pretty good, which is great. I'm so happy with it. And you know, there's part of me that goes, but you've only increased your total by like 5 kilos. And then there's the other part of me that goes, yeah, but the last time you pulled these numbers, or even close to these numbers, you were getting 8 hours of sleep solid every single night. You had the time to really put into your recovery, and you weren't carrying around a 25-pound toddler most of the days. So the fact that I'm now doing this on like 5 to 6 hours sleep a night, not having anywhere near as much time to recover because of my mum now, not to mention, like, obviously she's not even 2 yet, so the physical aspects of what my body went through during pregnancy and labour, just reminding myself of that is like, okay, 5 kilos at that weight is pretty awesome. And I'm so pleased, and so proud of myself for just getting my head down and going with it. Pretty awesome. And I had to kind of run off after my last deadlift, because it was also the day after was my 10-year wedding anniversary, and me and my husband had planned a night away, booked a Michelin star restaurant, and I was covered in, I had my singlet on, I had my deadlift socks on, I was covered in chalk and talcum powder because of deadlifting. Looked an absolute state. And as I was saying bye to people, they were like, they're not going to let you in. So yeah, I had to rush off. But you know, my life outside of lifting is very, very important to me. My family and my overall health, you know, takes priority over the lifting, over competing. So the fact that I kind of get to do both the way that I do is absolutely incredible. And I love it. I love the fact that I can just fit it into my life well. Obviously, you've got to make sacrifices, but my family and my overall health is not something I'm willing to sacrifice. So my husband was like, we can go away another time. I'm like, no, it's our 10-year wedding anniversary. That is more important. I can compete another weekend. And he was like, no, I don't want you to do that. So, but yeah, really, really, really good. And something I've never done before after a competition. I'm not a big drinker anyway, but something I've never done after a competition is go out and have quite a lot of alcohol. Probably not a lot of alcohol for most people, but a lot of alcohol for me. And spend a night drinking. I got up the next morning and I was like, ouch. Like, no hangover. I'm very fortunate. I do not suffer from hangovers when I have had a drink. Very, very happy I have that skill. But the DOMs were kicking in. And I was like, oh. So where's the water? Get the water down, have a amazing breakfast. And then after that, water and protein. Don't sit down too long. I got a long drive. That's going to be enough. But I was shattered. I'm just so, and you can even see it today. Like 2 days later, I'm just drained. I'm so tired. It's ridiculous. But I love it. It's so great. So great. So this week, after a competition, I always have a week off. Try and have a week off from lifting, from training, from tracking. Just a week off to kind of chill and derail and not think about too much. Obviously my life's a little bit different now, like routines and everything's changed with the little one, but for me, try not to do too much thinking about the training, about the food, just sort of relax about it and take my foot off the gas a little bit. And then next week, so when you do a competition, when you hit peak in your training, one of the main questions you get asked is, what's next? For me, what I found since having Ember, so since having my daughter, what I found is that incorporating Olympic lifting into my powerlifting training has been extremely beneficial, and the numbers at the competition reflected that. Now, maybe it wasn't the Olympic lifting that did push my numbers higher, but it definitely didn't hurt because they went up. After my last competition, to be fair, I did a 40-day Olympic lifting training plan, and I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to have this week off, focus on not a high amount of steps, but like probably 50% of the steps. I feel like if I get more, I get more. Water, definitely, just because of recovery. We're in a decent time of the year weather-wise as well. Probably like 5,000 steps a day, maybe. Sleep, because definitely need to get as much sleep as I can when you've got a child, and just sort of chill out, ready for next week. And then next week, 40-day Olympic lifting program, and the heaviest weight I'll probably lift in the whole time will probably be about 50 kilos, maybe 55 kilos. So nowhere near what I can lift with as a powerlifter. But I find the technical side of Olympic lifting brilliant. I love it. I really, really enjoy it. I find the endurance side of the training much harder. The technical side of the training much harder. And I really enjoy both of those things. So even though I love to lift heavy and I won't be lifting heavy, I really enjoyed the 40-day last time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm hoping to, at the end of the 40-day, the idea is that I will PR my snatch and I will PR my clean and jerk. That's the idea. And that excites me to kind of, I know what's in the plan. And I know how different it is from my powerlifting build-up. So I'm really looking forward to kind of getting stuck into that again, seeing what my body can do, where I need to sort of rinse, repeat, loads of technical movements, loads of breakdown movements, and where my body kind of just picks up everything else again, which is great, which is going to be interesting to see where that happens, because I haven't done it for the past 9 or 10 weeks, because of my powerlifting build up. And then after the 40 days, go into a powerlifting build up, start lifting heavy again, struggle with my like 60-70% because I haven't lifted heavy for those 40 days, and then see how my body sort of incorporates the Olympic lifting challenges that have progressed and made me stronger in that area, and transfers over into my powerlifting lifts, and then get used to moving heavy weight again, and then hopefully build on that, ready for the British Championships in November. That is the plan. So that is what's happening. That's what's next. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's it. Any questions? Chuck them in the chat. Anything I can help with, let me know. If you're interested in, I don't know, in any sort of lifting, or interested in competing, and you just have questions or want to have a chat about it, drop me a message.